Hey everybody, welcome back to another Your Tech Report video, and in this box, in my hands, is the brand new white Xbox Elite controller, and I can't wait to open it. So Mark, can you just go through the opening splashy screen thing so we can, let's do this. Now, before we get started, if you're not already a subscriber, we encourage you to subscribe. Not only does it help us bring you all these videos, and we do a lot of really cool, fun videos, but it also makes you instantly eligible to enter all of our giveaways. Also, if there's another product you'd like to see us go hands-on with, or have any comment on what we're doing or what you'd like to see us do, please feel free to leave us a comment below. We always love hearing from you and giving you the content that you guys like. But now, back to my controller. Now, several years ago, Xbox introduced the Xbox Elite controller, and it was really kind of a game changer because along with being an incredibly well-made controller, looking beautiful, feeling great in the hand, it also offered functionality that previous controllers didn't really offer, which was giving you 4 extra paddles on the back that you could remap your controls to, as well as trigger throw control, and an A and B switch to switch profiles. We'll talk about that when we open up this one as well. It was a really cool controller, looked great, people really enjoyed it, and now they finally come out with a new one, but it's a new one in white. So as I open this up, we'll also talk about what it can do, how it may benefit you as a gamer, and why you may want to add it to your Xbox controller collection. Unboxing knife, but not so lame anymore. Now, before we go on, I should tell you this is not a paid ad or a sponsorship, but the folks at Microsoft were kind enough to send us this controller as a review unit, and we appreciate that because it really, again, helps us bring you these videos. So, thank you, Microsoft. I'm kind of excited because the packaging on the Elite controllers is usually a little different than the regular controllers, but you're going to see that in a second. I'll put this down. And inside the box, paper. Oh, so pretty. I better take the plastic off because with the plastic on, it'll reflect and it won't look quite as good. This is what the Elite in white looks like. And look, they did this great black and white box. Can you see that? And again, it shows you what it looks like on the front. And you'll see the D-pad is also a little different on the, I guess that would be on this side, a little different on this guy. And it's removable, as are the sticks, as are the paddles in the back. Again, we'll talk about that as I unbox this sucker. Oh, I love this. And you can see right here, now on the outside of the box, you didn't see any of the green, but of course, paying homage to the Xbox brand, you'll see the green exterior of the box, really cool. And there is the controller. It actually comes in the custom case right here. And you'll see all the bits and pieces also have their own place inside of this little airplane, inside of this beautiful little case. So let's take this out. Oh, look, you take it out, look at that. You have a little Xbox logo in there. Just want to press it and start playing. Doesn't really work. Now, as we open up this, oh, look at that, has a little, you'll see it has a little zipper pull right here. Kind of cool, nice little touch there. In white, which kind of lets you know that inside of this is the white controller. That's a nice little touch by Microsoft. Let's open this up here. And look at that. So there you go, you guys can see this pretty well, right? I'm hoping that you can. Look at that. I'm going to take this out of here. Now you'll see right underneath, you see the controller in there obviously, but right underneath, you'll also see the little extra bits that you can swap in or out to sort of customize your experience, which is really cool. And actually what the Elite line of controllers is all about. It's all about customizing to the way you like to play, the way you like your controller to feel. And we'll explain why there are benefits to that, not just for pro gamers, but really any gamers. Okay, so we're going to put this down for a minute and we're going to look at that. Oh, the way, I got to tell you, the weight of this, these guys are a little bit heavier than a traditional controller. Not much, but just enough to let you know that it's a serious controller. And you'll see, wow, really nice matte white finish on that. Really beautiful finish. And of course, my favorite, the black rubberized grips. Microsoft, you really do love us, you know, when you put these rubberized grips on there. They feel so much better than just the plain matte under your hands when you're gaming. Yeah, so you'll see on the back there, you have these 4 little metal paddles back here that you can map using the Xbox Accessories app on your Xbox One, you know, 1S or 1X. And you can really map any of the buttons that are up here. You can then change them to back here. Now, why is that important? Well, for a lot of gamers, a lot of games require that you keep your hands and your thumbs especially on these thumbsticks. For example, if you're playing Overwatch and you're playing Lucio and you want to do a wall ride as you're, trying to escape someone or trying to attack someone, well, if you just leave the regular configuration the way that it is, you'd have to take your finger off the thumb, off the thumbstick, and go to another button to initiate that wall ride. Well, and for a lot of people, taking that finger off and doing that, it inhibits your ability to actually move while you're performing a task like wall riding for Lucio. So what you would do is you take that button press that would normally take you away from the thumbstick and map it to one of these paddles in the back, and now you can still run, move, glide, and do your wall ride without ever having to take your finger or your thumb off of the sticks. If you're a pro gamer, if you're a more serious gamer, you'll know the advantages of this, but even if you're just a casual gamer, sometimes you realize the way that the game has set up the controls isn't for you, and though you can customize any Xbox controller using that accessories app I just mentioned, you can't remap because the buttons are the buttons on a standard controller. Now, any of those buttons can be mapped to these great metal little paddles on the back. And the nice thing is, they don't get in the way. If you don't want to use them, they still really don't get in your way. However, if you don't want them there at all, they're attached by magnets. So all you do is lift, and they come right out. How cool is that? So you just put them right back in, that easily. You tilt them right out, and they just settle right back in there. They really work beautifully. And the way this is designed is really, really clever. I know there are a lot of, other controllers, custom controllers that require a little more work for you to customize, either using a magnet to customize the performance or a little screwdriver to take out the paddles. And again, no knocks against those controllers. They're great controllers, but I do love the ease with which these come out. So this is really kind of a nice touch and a really clever design. So you have those 4 paddles on the back that we talked about. You'll also see these really cool little green, again, I love the color, these green switches in the back. Above each set of paddles, you'll see a green switch. I'm hoping you guys can see that, can you? And those green switches will actually affect the length of the trigger pull. Now, why is this a big deal? For a lot of gamers, again, if you're, a more savvy gamer, if you're more experienced or more hardcore gamer, and you're playing a first-person shooter or any kind of shooter, you realize you don't want to have to go through a full trigger pull to get a gun shot off or to get, to initiate something with the trigger. So it allows you to slide these little green position sliders over here, and that will shorten the trigger pull, which can make for a much better experience. You can get a shot off a lot faster, and if you're a more competitive gamer, probably increase your performance and increase your scores. So kind of a really cool thing. Now on the front, you'll see another different button that you don't see on a standard controller, and that's a profile switch button right here that I'm touching. You'll see it's sort of in between the 2 round buttons on top. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to preset profiles. You can have 2 profiles active at any given time. You choose what games those are for. So if you mostly play Overwatch and Call of Duty, you can have one configuration that you set up in the app set to position 1, another to position 2, so your 2 favorite games will always be in memory because not every game has the same setup in terms of buttons. Some people like to change the buttons around depending on the game they're playing, and this profile switch will allow you to do that. Now, you can only have 2 profiles at once, so that's assuming that you have 2 games that you play a lot that you can switch between. But if you go into the app, you can always change what those profiles are, but just know that the button will work between 2 different profiles. I also wanted to show you here that, of course, this D-pad, which is more of a D rocker than a D-pad, which is really, really cool. So for people that don't necessarily like the cross design, having to press between the between the 2 pieces in the middle doesn't work for everyone. So they put this platter-like design here that allows you to just lean on that, and you can hear that clicking, so that it allows you to make more precise movement with your D-pad than if you just had the, north, south, east, west configuration. A lot of people love this. If you don't like it, look at that. Again, magnetic, it just comes right out and lets you swap in the traditional D-pad, which also comes in the little case. Going back to the case for a moment, you'll see there's great storage. Can you see in the bottom there there you go, where you actually store all the extra pieces. There are places for the paddles. If you want to take all 4 of the paddles out, you can take them out right there, not a problem. And you'll also see there are 4 different thumbsticks that are in here as well, and they have 2 different heights. There's the shorter and the taller ones for the traditional concave, which is when there's like a little indentation in there, but for some people, they like a convex, which is more bubbled up sort of stick, and they have those in here as well. So in total, you get 3 full sets of thumbsticks to sort of customize to the way you like to play and the feel that you like when you're gaming. This controller feels so good in the hand. I think it almost feels a little lighter than I remember the original, the black Elite controller feeling, but it really is the perfect balance. And for a lot of you that don't want to use the sticks but just want a really well-made controller, this is also going to be a great option, especially because you can switch profiles. Even if you don't customize everything, you can customize a couple little things and then maybe switch the profiles there. Lastly, let's open up what's in the rest of this box here, because again, there's more stuff. Oh, look. Xbox Game Pass. Oh, it gives you, oh, good. It gives you Xbox Game Pass. How long is this for? Redeem this code, 14-day trial. You know what? I'm going to put this up there so one of you can use this. I already have my, my Game Pass trial, so I'm going to put this up here. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Whoever enters that code first will get 14 days of Xbox Game Pass. See? A little something for you guys. And we have the USB cable that I talked about earlier, along with the batteries in here. 2 Duracells, pretty standard with Xbox controllers, and, oh, this feels braided. And yes, a very nice braided micro USB to standard USB-A, so you can plug in and play wired, which again, if you're a more pro or hardcore gamer, not only lets you, of course, charge while you're playing, but reduces latency, so you will get a faster, more responsive experience when you're recording. So there you go, the new white Xbox Elite controller with its own case, with extra paddles and trigger throws and profile switches and a new D-pad and different it really gives you a lot of options, a great way to customize your gaming. And if this is something you like or you want to see more of or hear more about, let us know with a comment below. If you like the video, of course, please feel free to give us a thumbs up. It makes us feel very good about ourselves, and of course, again, helps us bring you these videos. So we hope you liked hearing about this. Let us know what you think of it, and we will see you on the next one.